Hey guys, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League Point Predictor, the series where I select 5 players that I'm guessing will return 4 points or more in the upcoming FPL fixtures. However, to keep things interesting, I must include one defensive option alongside one midfield and one forward option that are below the value of 8 million. Also, I can only select one player per team. The rules of Point Predictor can also be seen on screen and in the description below. So with all that cleared up, let's take a quick look at my last set of predictions and see how I fared for Game Week 15. Chelsea's defensive exploits were on show once again in Game Week 15, and Marcos Alonso picked up an incredible 7th clean sheet in just his last 9 appearances. My budget midfielder, under the price of 8 million, was Gylfi Sigurdsson, who I gave the nickname Mr. Consistent last week. In Game Week 15, it looks like this nickname was justified, with the Swansea talisman racking up yet another decent point haul. My any price midfielder was Alexis Sanchez. Okay, so he didn't bring home a massive point haul of 23 like he did in the previous week, but in Point Predictor you just need the 4 points or more, and Sanchez picked up a reasonable 5 with an assist against Stoke. With Aguero out suspended for Man City, I selected Iheanacho as my budget forward this week. Unfortunately, it ended as a cameo to forget for the talented Nigerian, only playing 57 minutes and not contributing much in Man City's shock defeat to Leicester. For my any priced forward, I ended up going down the cheap route with Liverpool's forward Divock Origi. That's 3 goals in 3 games now for the Belgian, who, despite Liverpool's small dip in form, is doing well since Coutinho's absence. This takes my Game Week 15 tally to a very respectable 4 out of 5 correct predictions. This is the second time that I've managed this total in Point Predictor, and hopefully it won't be the last. I'm still yet to get the full house of predictions, so let's move quickly on and we'll have another try for the imminent Game Week 16. For me, the easiest choice of the week is the any priced forward category, and that has to go to Harry Kane of Tottenham. Despite a blank in Spurs' away defeat to United, I think the in-form striker has a very good chance of returning some points against a Hull side who have conceded the most goals of any team this season, with 32 goals conceded. For my defensive option this week, I also think Tottenham have a very good chance of a clean sheet at home to Hull, but according to my rules I can't select more than one player for any team. Therefore, I'm going to have to once again call upon Marcos Alonso. As clean sheets are just so unpredictable, Chelsea are about the only ones you feel mildly confident of keeping one. And as I mentioned last week, he always has that chance of chipping in some attacking points too. Sunderland's purple patch came to a dramatic halt in that 3-0 defeat to Swansea, so Chelsea, in the form they're in, could just be too much for Sunderland here. For my budget midfielder, under the value of 8 million, I'm going to select Wilfried Zaha. I'm basically just playing the numbers here, because the tricky winger has produced returns above 4 points in 6 of his last 7 games. He is against United this week, which is a bigger challenge than his last 3 games, and they're not conceding too many goals recently. But he returned points against Liverpool and Man City in his impressive run, so I'm hoping he can deliver once again, especially with a point to prove against his old club. My any priced midfielder this week goes to West Ham's talisman, Dimitri Payet. Let's face it, West Ham have had a poor season so far, but Payet's performances have improved recently, returning points in his last 3 game weeks. He also has 7 assists for the season, which is the 3rd highest currently. The main factor in selecting Payet this week is West Ham's opponents Burnley, who, despite a very impressive season so far, simply have dreadful away form. And this increases Payet's chances of more points in Game Week 16. For my striker under 8 million this week, I think that once again, there's plenty of good options here. Andy Carroll and Christian Benteke are both good choices in my opinion, but neither are available to me now with their teammates already featuring in my Point Predictor. I also think Solomon Rondon and Llorente could be good options too in West Brom's game against Swansea, but I've decided to stick with Liverpool's in-form man Divock Origi. Not sure how to feel about this one, only because Middlesbrough, their opponents, haven't been conceding many lately, but Origi has scored in each of his 3 last games, which has convinced me to stick with him this week. And that's all for today guys, good luck to you all for Game Week 16. And remember, I'm no expert at this, just a fan like yourselves, so these videos are just to help you make an informed decision, and in the end, make sure to go with your gut feeling. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for weekly FPL content, and I'll catch you all soon.